All right, morning, guys. Morning at the will. Morning, Brista. Morning, Niels. Good morning, White Sand. Good morning, Mike. All right, hopefully, you guys, my voice is coming across okay. I do have the risk disclosure up, so while we're waiting for folks to join us, you can peruse on that. Also, if you have joined my sessions in the past and you know are not currently a subscriber, I would encourage you to do that. And then I would obviously, or just a reminder to kind of don't forget to hit the like button. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. Okay, if the content that I'm providing you both resonates and supports your efforts in the markets today. Okay. All right. Let's see. Just kind of at a high level, guys, the risk disclosure is basically communicating to everyone that I'm the information that I'm providing here is really to be treated as general information only. I'm not here in any sort of investment or investment advice capacity. All right. The we all understand that future trading does carry a fair amount of risk, in that we want to take measures to ensure that we all understand that the trades that we do take, regardless of how confident we are on our strategies, they don't always work out, and we need to take appropriate measures to ensure that we preserve our capital as much as we can, because we all understand that we could be not only responsible for that particular trade, but um, for whatever that trade could cause beyond our account size. Okay, so we only want to risk capital that we can otherwise afford to lose, and we don't want to jeopardize our financial security or our lifestyle, or any other investments or what have you, with money that we depend on for some other activity. Okay. So that's kind of, at a high level, what the risk disclosure is about. Again, I do have it up on the screen, so you're welcome to review it here as well. So, but that's kind of a summarized version of it. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and let's see, locate the news screen here. See this one right here. Click on here. All right, just to want to make sure that everybody sees this. Okay. We're going to go to economic calendar, and we are going to go to filter everything but US news. Okay. Everything but US. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and select 2 and 3 star. Okay. And apply. Okay. Then we're going to go back to the top here. I'm going to close this. To the top. Basically, we just have a couple of news events here. We have Mester, a FOMC member, speaking in about 22 minutes, and then we have a New York Fed 1-year consumer inflation expectation report, I guess, coming out at 11 a.m. 2-star event. Okay. So kind of moderate with respect to potential impact on us, but nonetheless, probably something that we want to be aware of. And again, as a reminder, guys, 10 a.m. Eastern time is always something that I'm aware of, especially when it comes to gold and crude oil. All right. That's option expiration, or European option expiration. And options that have some sort of exposure to crude oil and gold often are impacted. Okay. So that's another news event, I guess, that you want to be aware of. And last but not least, we are coming in on a Monday. All right. So we do want to kind of, I would say, kind of take it slow. I would say it's called a take it slow kind of Monday, right? Let the market kind of digest whatever news it needs to kind of digest over the weekend and things of that nature. So we want to ease our way. We want to ease our way into the markets. We don't want to jump at every opportunity or every kind of. I always comment between the lion and the gazelle, right? We don't want to jump at our first gazelle that we see come our way. Okay, let price come to your levels. Let price react to what you would expect price to react to against those levels, and then we participate. But Mondays generally are not the day for me anyway, to be super aggressive. Okay, we want to remain patient, remain true to our process, remain true to our edge, and good things happen as a result of that. Okay, all right. Let's see here. Close out here. Stop sharing, and then I will share my screen here. All right, pause here for a second. Make sure that anytime I make these kind of switchovers, sometimes it takes a bit of time for the screens to kind of refresh. So I'm gonna before I get peppered with black screen comments in my Discord channel, I'll wait here for a bit. Okay, perfect. All right. All right. I'm gonna go ahead now on Mondays, unlike other days, I do take a look at the weekly chart. Okay. I don't do that for Tuesday through Friday, but the start of the week, I do look at the weekly chart because I do want to get a sense for the general direction that the market is trying to go. Okay. So I'll start off with a weekly chart. Okay. Click on weekly here. And again, I'm kind of looking from left to right. Okay, and trying to get a feel for the general direction of where the market is trying to go. Okay, so I don't think maybe these last few candles are probably a little bit more extended than what we've seen in the past, but I could probably maybe depending on on where I start with my channel. Okay, if I go with something, I guess a little bit earlier, and this is kind of where, Picasso becomes kind of an artist here. Okay. This is certainly a channel that I could drawing, right? A channel that has broken to the upside and has come back and retested and reacted off the top end of the channel, right? That's certainly a possible view of what's taking place. And we got what we expected, right? We got, if we were going to remain in this channel, we don't want the price to come back and close inside of it. So I would say that the market is still based on the weekly chart, still headed higher. Okay. Now, if price were to close back inside this, okay, if price were to close back inside this channel, okay, then we start, looking at the possibility that it's going to reverse all the way to the other side of the channel. Okay. But we're not right now. We do have an inside candle. All right. To start the week. Okay. It's not extending or building off of what it worked off of or was able to accomplish at the close of last week. All right. But it still has not, we're not in this range here. Okay. We're not looking to make, I guess, we have not made a new low, right? We have not made a new low. We've made a lower high. What we have not made a new low. Okay. So I would say going into the week, I would say that the weekly chart is still indicating that we are somewhat bullish. Okay. I do understand that I did make a newer low here. Okay. I have not made a newer high. So in order for this trend to continue, maybe this week, maybe next week, we should see another high coming in this market. If this trend is going to hold. All right. All right. Looking at the daily chart. Daily chart. Okay. Again, we see the reaction that we got off the top of the channel here. Okay. We see that we received a very nice, they say, close this channel right here. Okay. We see that we received a very nice break of this consolidation area. But what are we getting in response? We're not getting a follow through candle as of yet. All right, we got a break, and this is what happens to me. I don't know about you, but this is what happens to me on a lot of occasions. Like a break of a level, I think it's going to go up to the moon, only to be met by sellers. I don't know if this has happened to you now or has happened to you at some point. But when I try to trade off these tops, when I try to trade off of what would be considered a retail price, I'm often met with the opposing participants. Okay. So, if I'm a buyer, obviously I want to be close to this edge of this top end of the channel. That's where I'd like to be as if I'm a buyer. Okay. Anytime I buy at the top of a range, I run the risk of just as what we're receiving right now. Okay. I get participation or more participation from opposite participants, regardless of the strength of this candle. Okay. All right. So daily chart still bullish, but I am seeing an inside bearish candle, a developing one. All right. A developing bearish inside candle. All right. 4-hour chart. Okay, we have a series of candles on the bearish side, and this is the first candle that we're getting that's bullish, that is close to not settlement price from Friday, but settlement price from Thursday. Okay, so this these levels often act as support and resistance, as we all know, or areas of reversal, as we all know. So this 2440 level, or 2440.3 level, is I would say, if I were to draw this in here, I carries a fair amount of how do we say, importance. Okay. 2340 does carry a fair amount of importance here. Okay. I'm just going to call that out here, right here. Okay. It's a prior settlement level. Okay. Not the most recent, but the one prior, the day prior. Okay. Thursday. Okay. All right. So we are, let's see, some of these levels are turned off here. Let's see. This is turned on. I don't see EMA. Okay. My EMA level is down below. So that's an indication that we are above EMA. So that's an indication of higher pricing. We are below VWAP. So that's a counter to that view. All right. So we got a bit of a conflicting information here. Okay. So looking at the 30-minute chart. Let's take a look at the 30-minute chart. Okay, we're right up on the edge of, we've reacted away. Okay, we've reacted away from the EMA 233. We are just below VWAP, and we've already technically reacted away from it. But it didn't react away with a follow-up with a candle that would indicate that it's going to continue lower. Not yet. Okay. It is hovering around this level. Now we are into, let's go ahead and open up the initial balance range here. Locate my initial balance tool. Okay. And I'm going to turn off some of these lines because I don't technically use them. All right. And these are extension lines. Okay. So extensions of the initial range. So I'm going to get rid of this middle line. I'm going to get rid of this 100% line. I'm going to get rid of this 200% line. Okay. And I'm going to leave the rest. Okay. I'm going to double confirm that I have the right time. And I'm going to also extend this to 1 hour. Okay. So customized session. Okay. 8:30. This is correct. So we'll go this way. And then we'll go ahead and extend. All right, so we have the initial balance range here, okay? And again, still very much developing. This is the first 30-minute candle. We've kind of, looks like we've responded on the lower end with some buyers, okay? Even though prior to that, we came up to VWAP and responded away from it. Now, let's go ahead and draw in our initial balance range, not initial balance range, our fixed range, okay, volume profile. Let's locate the opening bar here. So it's back here somewhere. So 830. Okay, I'm going to drag that across to 430. Okay, here we are. There's our initial balance range. So our initial balance, we're well below. I would say well below. All right, we have up until recently a lot of sellers in the market. Maybe they've kind of cashed out here potentially. All right. Right. So we're well below value area low. Okay. Or value. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a line here. Right here. Okay. Well below my this is value area low. Okay. Value area low. Okay, so as you guys all know, I use this kind of as a reference level for maybe some opportunities to, in this case, potentially fade. Okay, fade whatever move that's going on right now. Okay, that would be an area of focus. Right now, there's obviously quite a bit of real estate here that it can traverse, assuming that we can close above VWAP. Right, so up from here to up here. I think we can buy a couple of Starbucks coffees on that move. Okay, right here, right. So if price does close above, then I would be interested in a potential long. Right, that's also going to offer potentially a break of initial balance. Okay, to the upside. Right, in order to secure that, we're probably going to get maybe potentially a couple of events here. But I'm not going to chase it. Okay, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for it to happen because I'm still below VWAP here. Okay, so let's go ahead and call out some of these other levels that we track. Right, so we have ADR high, which I don't see at the moment. When we go to open up, all right. So we got ADR high. Looks like we are reversing away from ADR low. Okay, we're above ADR low at the moment. So ADR high here is, let's call it 2386.5. 2386.5. Okay, settlement. No, ADR low is ADR low is, let's move this off to the right, left here. ADR low is 2351.7. 2351.7. Okay, we got settlement at 2375. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and open up. Looks like ASR is already open. Where is ASR? I don't see ASR. Where's ASR? Is this ASR above me? Okay, so ASR looks like it's saying that we've broken to the downside. Okay, so we have ASR low here at a little bit higher than ADR low. Let's call it 2359.6. 2359.6. So a little bit extended, I would say. 2359.6. And then on the top side, we have, what is that? 2383 top side. 2383.1. Okay. All right. So these are the levels that we're looking at here. Okay. In addition to the initial balance range. Okay. So like I said before, if we remain below VWAP, then potentially we're looking for a continuation trade to the downside. Okay. If we remain below, but I do need to see I bearish candle, right? I need a combination. I need the location, which I'm at. Okay. But I also need a reversal candle indicating that this area is going to react the way I'd expect. If I don't get the reaction candle, then I have no business in entering in any trade that opposes whatever current move that I have. Okay. Now, if we do get a close above VWAP, and then maybe potentially in about 36 minutes or so, we get a break above initial balance, then I might want to participate on the upper end of initial balance edge for a move back to settlement price or maybe value area low. That's quite a big move here. We also have ASR low here. That's also another area that could potentially be resistant. Okay. All right. Let's take a peek here, see if there's any questions. Yes, I agree, Niels. I think this is something that could head higher. Jordan, you found me. Congratulations. Buenos dias, Paula. Okay. All right. Okay. So that's kind of my view of gold, guys. We went through a couple of hypos, one hypo as a continuation lower, a couple other hypos. You can't see the ASR levels. Yeah, the ASR levels are in black. I don't know why they're in black, but Akshat, I did list out these ASR levels here, right here. Okay, those are the levels right now. Okay. All right, Jordan. I'm glad to see you back as well. Okay. All right, guys. So that's kind of what I'm seeing in the Jordan, one way to kind of keep track of me is to hit the subscribe button. That's a way for you to get some notifications on when I come online. Okay. I'm doing well, Aksha. Okay. All right. Let's okay, excellent, Jordan. Awesome. Good stuff. All right. Okay, guys. So let's go ahead and take a look at the daily chart. Oh, actually, crude oil. Sorry, we've completed our review of gold. Gave you a couple of hypos there that I'm going to be looking at in gold. And again, just like I did for gold, we'll do the same for crude oil. Okay, we're going to start off very high level. All right, kind of like the 10,000-foot view, and see what the market is trying to accomplish here. Well, the market has been kind of how we say range, I guess, is probably the best word I can give it. We've been kind of in a range on the top end. We've been at let's draw the horizontal line here at 90. Okay. And then on the bottom, let's call it around, let's just go with an even number here. Let's call it 67, somewhere around that area there. Okay. Not quite 67, but I think you got guys get the picture. So we've been kind of bouncing between these levels, right? We've gotten up to 90, faded away from it. Up to 90, faded away from it. Up to 86, faded away from it. Okay. And every time we've reached 67 or 70, we've kind of reversed. So we've been kind of in a range in the crude oil market. All right. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Not really in any one definitive trend, kind of like what we were seeing here earlier in the year. Okay. Or the tail end of last year into this year, we've kind of fallen into a range. Right. So let's turn this off. Actually, you know what? I'm going to load a new one here. I did it twice. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and move into the daily chart. Okay. So weekly kind of telling us range. Daily coming off. Turn this off here for a second. Okay. We're coming off of EMA. Now you can see here EMA has offered us some, reference levels. Look how well, EMA has given us opportunities, right? We come back here, nice reference location for a short, another nice reference location for the short since it's below. Now we're on the other side. Is this going to provide us an opportunity to take the market long? Well, historically it has. right? Now this is a daily chart, right? So we are developing a daily candle off of a reference level that we monitor. Okay. So daily chart, I don't know. We're in a demand zone, all right? We are in an area of demand where price has reversed and gone bullish. Okay. Question is that in the cards today? For me, while I do see a bullish candle, I do see that we are still, kind of inside I would say a relatively strong, bearish candle here, right? So until it breaks this candle to the upside, I'm going to be a little bit cautious on the longs, to be perfectly honest with you, right? Because there's always the potential that it could come in here and just continue to the downside, breaking some of these levels below us. Okay. So daily chart at a nice level, right? For maybe potentially for a position to the bullish side. All right. For our chart, a little bit different story. All right. We got EMA below us. Okay, or price below EMA. All right. And we again similar to what we were saying on the daily. Okay, we have developing kind of a demand zone here, right? You see how it's not been able to make a new low. And we're starting to see a series of candles on the 4-hour chart, leading us to believe that we're going to be, grinding potentially higher. What am I concerned about? Well, I'm concerned about this guy. To be honest with you, this guy right here, he or she could step in anytime and take control of the market. Okay, right here, this candle right here, at this time that we look for at the Friday 10 a.m. bar on Friday. All right. So I guess I'm cautiously bullish. All right. Basically what I'm seeing on the 4-hour chart, I do see a series of candles that are bullish off of a level, right? Where am I wrong? Well, I'm wrong if I make a new low. All right. I'm wrong if I make a new low. Okay. But I don't know about you. My account couldn't hold this kind of trade. I couldn't create a trade off a 4-hour chart. Okay. I'll have to go to move it into a lower time frame chart to manage my risk here a bit. All right. 30-minute chart. This is where we start to look at some of these levels a little bit more closely. Again, we are hovering right underneath EMA. All right. On the 30-minute chart, we are above VWAP and we are above settlement. All indications outside of being below EMA for potential bullish activity. All right. Or bullish move. All right. So let's go ahead and open up ADR. We are up against ADR. Okay. Up against an average daily range. Again, that offers us, you can see here, right? Well, this is something I drew in. But if you look in the past, it does offer us opportunities, levels. So I have to be cautious here, right? Now, there's a lot of, if I look at overnight trading here, a lot of longs in the market right now. Okay. A lot of longs. All right. Let's go ahead and open up fixed range volume profile, draw that into our chart here. Let's locate the 9 a.m. bar for Friday, drag that across to the 1330 bar or 430 bar. And here we are inside value, right? Inside value from yesterday. Market has just opened inside. So what does that lead me to think? Well, that we are potentially in a range day in crude oil, right? So we're gonna have to wait for some additional information to see if there's some initiative price action that would change that opinion. But right now, we have to kind of go with range behavior, right? So that means once the initial balance is established, maybe this is maybe this is going to be a time where we're going to be bouncing around high, IB low, right? Right now, the IB range is relatively tight. Okay. So tighter IB range indicates maybe that we are going to get some initiative price action going one way or the other. Okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and call out these levels. So ADR high. All right. So we're going to move this over here. That's not where I wanted it. Okay. ADR high. Let's see if I can move this up here a little bit. All right. Much better. Okay. ADR high is looks like it's coming in at let's around 78 or 79, I should say. They call it 70, 78.97. Okay, ADR high. ADR low, we're going to call at what is that? Let's call it 77.37. 77.37. We got settlement at 78.26. Okay, 78.26. 78 settlement. Oh, okay, I didn't have to do that twice. Just typed it in. Okay, 78.26. I'm going to go ahead and turn off ADR. I'm going to turn on ASR, average session range. Okay, now you'll see that it's we have made a couple of enhancements to the tool where it calls out the levels for me. Okay, so we have 79.54. Okay, 79.54. I don't have to kind of squint my eyes and read it off on the right. Okay, 79.54 top side, and we have bottom side 77.99. All right, 77.99. Okay, 77.99. All right, so those are my levels. Now, what let me see. What am I here? So I'm trying to understand what this level is about. Okay, so this looks like an ADR or ASR from a prior day. Looks like it's reacting off of at the moment. Okay, this is ASR from Friday. Okay, it's reacting off of at the moment. Okay, so what are some hypos? Well, first hypo that comes to mind, similar to what we were talking about in the gold market, if I do manage to get above where I'm already above VWAP. If I do get above EMA, maybe that opens up an opportunity for me to go up to ASR in this particular case. Or I would probably be better served on a long if it came back down to VWAP or potentially down to settlement price. All right. But that also gives me, that would also give me an opportunity for a trade along those lines as well. I do have already a 30-minute engulfing candle, although I'm not a big fan of it because I got wicks on both ends, right? Indicating that there's participation on both sides of the market here. Okay. But it does give me now currently I'm below EMA. Maybe it provides me an opportunity back down to VWAP. Okay. VWAP and maybe all the way down to settlement price. All right. Provide one of these moves, right? Down here, maybe as low as here. So I have three locations here that I could use to to support a reversal trade or continuation trade long. Where would I look for a bearish trade? Well, I'm at a level now. Okay, I'm below EMA. If I get the requisite price action, maybe I do see a move down this way. Okay, ASR 79.54 offers me another location where I can take the trade and for a reversal. Then I have some congestion up here, right? I'm going to go ahead and extend this. This is an annotation that I made of a supply area. Okay, why is this a supply area? Well, I see evidence of bearish activity as I look to the left. So a couple of 1, 2, 3 locations for bear, 1, 2, 3 locations, maybe 4 locations long. All right. These are reference levels that I use, but I just don't use them blindly, right? I need some evidence that what I'm suggesting or thinking that it could do, I need some price action to indicate that. Okay. The period of the EMA is 233. It's a 233 EMA. All right. Happy. Welcome, Stephanie. Okay. All right. So Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. It looks like it might be developing and maybe an opportunity to go short on CL at the moment. Okay. But we'll have to see how this initial balance range plays out. All right. Hopefully I answered your question, Marcelo. The EMA here is 233. The 233 EMA is something I have used in the past and kind of dropped, but I realized the importance of it in some of my back testing and some of my review of my charts and my back testing. All right. Okay, so that's pretty much all I have for CL. Let's take a look at some of these other markets and look to my friend NQ, lover or hater. I'm always back. Okay. Let's see. We'll start off with the weekly. Okay, start off with the weekly, and we are going to turn off the ASR here for a second. Okay, here we are starting off with the weekly. Well, I don't know about you guys, but we've been in a series of, candles that are wanting to go higher. Now we're coming up at an area here at 18. Well, let's call it 18,600. All right, that could be resistant. If we break that level, I don't know. I look to the left here. I don't know if there's anything else that's going to keep this frame trade from headed higher. We're headed to new territory. All right. We did get a reaction away from that 18,600. Now we're back knocking on the door again. 18,600. Is this going to offer another opportunity for the market to, fade away, or is this going to be the move that's going to cause the market to head higher? I don't know. Okay, we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see. These are weekly bars. Now, this is something again that I was kind of experimenting with a trader that I was working with. This is the whole moving average. Okay, if you're having trouble with channels, you could use exponential moving averages to support the direction of your trades. Okay, or the sentiment. Right. So here we are. What's the sentiment right now on the weekly? Well, the faster EMA has broken above the slower EMA, so that means that the market is, for now, bullish. Okay, bullish. All right, daily chart. Okay, now this is where the EMA is giving us mixed signals. All right, we got some crosses here. Okay, we got a cross below the fast line has crossed below the slow line. All right, we are up against an area of supply. You can see that on the left, right? So right here, right? You see the selling that's taking place here, right? Right. You can maybe capture the wick here, right? You see how this wick here kind of paused, came down. They tried to bring price back up to that level, and it paused. It paused. Okay, so that's the extent of my supply area. All right, so we're coming into an area of supply. Okay, that could produce. I say could. We don't know for sure, right? Until we see evidence of it, that could produce a reversal in price back down. We're already getting kind of an early signal here that indicates that maybe that's in the cards. Okay. All right. We're going to erase this. All right. So that's what the daily chart is telling us. 4-hour chart. Okay. Similar kind of thing. All right. We did get an initial reaction off of the supply zone, but then no real follow through to the downside. All right. Again, the EMA in this case is just oscillating between a bias and bullish and bearish. Okay, probably not a good indicator, at least these levels, to kind of bank your trades on. Okay, at this price level. Okay, so again, similar kind of thing to what we were saying. We are in kind of an up move. All right. It looks like it's trying to get above this level here at 18,333.50. All right. If it does manage to do that, maybe we see a continuation move to the upside. Okay. All right. 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart. Okay. Going to stretch this out here a bit. Okay, as I mentioned, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this supply zone because it's going to be dominant otherwise. Okay, so what are we seeing? Okay, well, let me turn off these call averages, guys. I'll turn it back on later. Okay, all right. So price is above VWAP, above settlement. Okay, so again, 30-minute and above EMA, all indicating that we are in a bullish trend. Okay, channels. Okay, all these terms I'm throwing here. We got a channel also bullish. Okay, bullish channel. Everything indicating higher. All right. Let's go back into fixed range volume profile. Okay, what does the fixed range volume profile tell us? Let's look at Friday. Here we are, the 930 bar. Drag that across to the 1330 or 430 bar. Okay, here we are. All three of these are telling us that we are in a bullish move at the moment, right? Bulls are very much in control of the market. EMA above, settlement above, value above, VWAP above, inside a bullish channel, all indicating bullish price action. All right. Initial balance is still not. Let's go ahead and see what the ADR tells us. ADR tell us we're coming up into an ADR level. The width of these areas is defined by the difference in the. I think I want to say 7 and I want to say 21 day, but I'm not exactly certain. Okay. The difference between a 7-day look back and a 21-day look back causes the thickness of the difference of that. Okay. That's kind of my understanding of that. Okay. Let's just kind of peeking to see if there's any questions. All right. So ADR high, I'm going to take the lower bar here, but we could go as high as this. We'll call out the lower one here. We'll say 18,346.25 as ADR high. ADR high as 18,346.25. Okay, ADR low as let's see, 131.50. 131.50. 131.50. Okay, and then settlement is 18,255. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and offer ASR, although ASR technically would probably need to be revisited here. Let's see, I'm going to close this and go open this. And we have the ASR levels drawn. Now I'm going to delete this and reload the indicator here because we did make some updates. So go ahead and open this up. Okay, see here, you see the in one of the enhancements we made, we call out the level. Okay, so we have ASR high at 18,402.25, 18,402.25, and ASR low at 18,146.25, 146.25. Okay, so these are just kind of reference levels to support some reversals. Okay, we have ASR high, we mentioned. Okay, price could come up to that level and reverse away from it. We could have price come back down to this ASR level and reverse away from it, bullish. Okay, this kind of gives me statistical levels as to areas where price could potentially reverse. Okay, that's what it provides me. So right now, I would have to look for bullish opportunities. We're still before the initial balance range. So I'm going to wait for that initial balance range to establish itself. I suspect that it's going to open up above value. So that means I'm going to be looking potentially for opportunities to the bullish side, but I'm going to wait for the initial balance range to establish before I definitively, make that kind of statement there. Okay. Take a peek here at, it's my personal tool. Okay. The ASR tool is a private tool that we're kind of, we've developed on TradingView. Okay. Working with another trader on that aspect. Okay, so yes, it's proprietary. ADR, the one I highlighted earlier by Diademi, is available to everyone. Okay, and yeah, so Jordan, if you wouldn't mind to kind of DM me with that request, then we can have an offline conversation on that. Okay. Okay, so NQ. Yeah, so like I said, bullish. I'm going to wait for IB to kind of generate and then decide. This ASR level that I mentioned here could be an area where you could think about potentially fading the market. But again, I'm waiting for some evidence. I just don't blindly put in a sell limit order, and if it hits, then I'm in. No. I wait for a candle to indicate, at least a 15-minute candle to indicate that yes, indeed, this area could potentially provide us an opportunity where you could take price away from it. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's see. Where do I want to go now? I want to go and take a peek at the ES. Okay. So let's modify that to ES. Okay. All right. So I'm going to clear out some of these drawings. All right. I'm just going to take a quick peek, guys, at the weekly, but I suspect again that this is going to tell me similar kinds of things that we were kind of witnessing, right? So we are on the cusp of potentially creating a new high, right here, and I don't think there's anything in the past here. Okay, so 50. See what is this level here? 5309, maybe as high as what's the high of this wick here? What's high? 533350. 533350 is, I guess, the high. Right now, if you're looking at this, from a weekly perspective, well, you have to say that we're in a bullish movement, right? We're coming up on weekly potential supply levels, but they haven't been reactive here much. All right, so yeah, looking at it from left to right, we have to say that I'm in a bullish move, right? So daily chart, similar kind of thing. I do see on the daily that I have a demand area here. All right, I'm going to draw that in. Okay, demand area here. All right, I'm going to color that in red, or not red, green. All right, demand area there. And then potentially I could also draw a similar demand, a supply zone right up here. Okay, in red, right? Again, just based on what I'm seeing on the left of me. Okay, for our chart, okay, so I'm contained in this kind of range. All right, going to stretch this out here a bit. Okay, contained here in a range, looking to potentially create a new high. Okay, but I'm not going to be the guy to buy right here. I'm going to wait for an opportunity lower. 5200 looks appetizing. Maybe even 5240 looks something that I could potentially participate in. Not 5261. That is not my buy zone. That is my sell zone. But am I really looking to sell a bar that's bullish? Not me. All right, 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart. Okay. Again, similar to what we were seeing on the NASDAQ, all indications are indicating higher pricing. All right. I'm going to go ahead and remove this because this is a little bit jarring as we get with the lower charts. Okay, all indications saying high, but do you think other people are not seeing the same kind of thing? Absolutely, right? If everybody's looking long, well, there's probably somebody out there who's probably willing to take it short and have the resources to make it happen. All right. So let's take a look at the fixed range volume profile. Let's highlight that. Go ahead and move that over to the 430 bar. Here we are above value, right? So we have above value. We have ADR above us. Okay, we were kind of reacting away from here a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and start calling out these levels because we're kind of coming into the open. So we got ADR high here at, what is this? 5264, 5264, ADR high, ADR low is down here at 5217, 5217. We have settlement at 5246.75. Okay. And then go ahead and turn off ADR and turn on ASR. And we have 5282, 5282.75, 5282.75. And we have ADR ASR low at 5228, 5228, 5228. 50. All right. Oh, that's not. Okay. There we are. Okay. So right now, I have to go into the market thinking bull. All right. That's because that's what I'm seeing. All right. We have initial balance range that hasn't even opened up yet. That'll open up in about 5 minutes. Yeah, but honestly, my bullish opportunities are going to have to be at VWAP, settlement price, or the top end of value area high. Those are going to be my areas, my go zones for bullish trades, right? I repeat, not interested in the top of the range for a buy. Not interested. Okay. Been down that path far too many times, and I have far too many burn marks on my hands from doing that. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So that's I would say that's ES. Going to take a quick look at YM. I'm not going to go through the same review as far as the weekly and the daily. Maybe I'll do the daily, but I suspect that the Dow is probably in a similar kind of place when it comes to these areas. Okay, but I will take a look at the daily. Okay, daily also indicating that it's headed higher. I'm going to turn off ASR because ASR does not like daily levels. Okay. Yeah. So again, bullish price action. We're breaking levels as we go higher. Right. We broke some structure here. Broke some structure here. We are coming into another area at 4250. 4250 right here. Okay. That's an area where we've seen some selling before. Looking at the 4-hour. Okay, 4-hour also breaking levels above settlement price, above VWAP. Okay, similar story to what we were seeing in ES and NQ. 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart. I'm going to go ahead and draw in my fixed range profile. Okay, right. We're going to go ahead and draw that in. So my fixed range volume profile. We're going to go ahead and locate that here. There it is. And over here to 430. So we are above value, above VWAP, above settlement. All indications that higher prices are in the works. Okay. Initial balance not yet available. ADR is available. So let's go ahead and identify these levels. So ADR high is let's call it 39,786. 39,786. ADR low is 39,453. 39,453. And then we have settlement at 39.642. Go ahead and turn off ADR, and I'll give you a quick view of ASR. So that 39.824, 39.824, and we have 39.478 as ASR low. 39,478. Okay. So again, guys, like I said, I'm going to be looking for maybe some bullish opportunities here, but only at my levels. Okay. Not at the market's levels. All right. If I'm looking bullish, I need to look at VWAP and settlement price or value area high, or work off some sort of IB edge. All right. So I'm going to take a peek here and see if there's anything going on question wise. Looks like I've done a great job of, I'm a modest person, looks like I've done a decent job of explaining myself, so not any questions. So again, guys, I would wish everyone to trade well, trade the markets well, and be patient, wait for your levels. And last thing I want to make a comment is that we all want to, trade like a market pro, because we all want to be market traders. Okay. So let's go ahead and be patient out there. Let's be patient and wait for our levels. Let price come to you. Let's react to when price is at a level and giving us indications that it is indeed in line with your view. And yeah, let's do well. Okay, guys. All right. Be safe, trade well, and I'll talk to some of you later this afternoon. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Don't be afraid to hit the like button as you exit, and if you're not a subscriber, consider that as well. All right, guys. Have a good day.